Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. With Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Muhammad. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Looking here for Smith. Down. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The stop by Taven Bryan.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
Yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And the Lions first down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 11. To the air again, Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Complete to Jamal.
From 21 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
6-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, Muhammad. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now third and 11 coming up.
It's third and 11.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Off play action, it's Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. From the gun, here's Swift. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
The Lion ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Gain of 17 yards.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Galladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 to over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Jaguars 7, Lions 6.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
7-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And it's 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Thompson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Jaguar 1st down as Minshew finds Westbrook.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Minshew sets to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
By the Lions.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Quincy Williams.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the... He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Complete to Jamal.
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. They'll try to run with Swift. They'll try and run for it. Option left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Benjamin on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1.
Travis Benjamin on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Detroit.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Lions.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Lions 31. Jaguars 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 31-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. This time it's high. But he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Ends up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the 2nd half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
At the 37-yard
Tough
line.
day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And it's caught by Herndon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On 2nd down, Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Jones.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably Not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Not much there, only a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now here is another interception. Picked by the rookie Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and find another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Marvin Jones.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The open man is Westbrook. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30.
This is it. This is it. Hit it.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Caught Eifert over the middle. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It'll be Minshew again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Jaguars.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Down at the 26.
We got a plane to catch.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they take a knee.
Today's final score, Lions.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly. Wise beyond his years. So for the Lions, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.